It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's 26 minutes to the eclipse starts. Let's look at links. Hey, what's up? Good morning and welcome. It's 26 minutes till the eclipse starts. Ooh, the end of the world. We'll get superpowers. Maybe aliens invade. Maybe nothing happens. It's 8:20 in the morning on this, the 8th day of April. And it is Monday, which means it's time to take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game freebies, sales, and of course, charity. Bumbles. All right. Now remember, as always, these are PDFs and not real things. So do not get upset if you do not actually get a physical product. Because we're dealing with a digital technology and you downloading things before you open any files, please check them for viruses and malware and other things, especially today, because it's Eclipse Day. And people are predicting Eclipse-related shenanigans. So, yeah. And, of course, as always, in regards to the charities, maybe just give the money directly to the charity and skip the middleman. Maybe it's a charity you want to support, but you don't need the 25 copies of the game that comes with it. So especially with like the Owen K. Steffen stuff, just go to the GoFundMe and give it directly. Okay. As always, here we go. Starting with the freebies available on Drive-Thru and DM's Guild this week. We have a lot of the April Fool's stuff now because, reasons. So from our friends over at Roll for Combat, Stephen Glicker, we have their April Fool's Battle Zoo Ancestries fusions, which combined all their Battle Zoo Pathfinder and 5e edition stuff for their upcoming Battle Zoo product, but in a slightly goofy, tongue-in-cheek April Fool's manner. So if you're interested in getting some new heritage, ancestries, and other things that are slightly silly from our friends over at ads, that channel. There you go. Link down below. Paizo also published their Starfinder The Gap product, which finally explained the memory loss time frame between the mysterious destruction of Glorian, the home planet of Pathfinder, and the beginning of Starfinder. It's $15. But since it's a April Fool's joke, it is actually just a blank book of paper. So if you need a $15 Starfinder themed notebook, you can get this. But the PDF is free. So you can get a free PDF of a Starfinder free notebook that is just basically blank paper. Or if you want to get the hardcover version, it's $15. Dragonbane also released a April Fool's joke. They released something called Additional Treasures Nailed It. And this contained a bunch of new variants of basically a rusty nail. So this is this entire product dedicated to a nail in Dragonbane and all the various versions of the nail. The Storyteller's Vault also released a April Fool's joke called Big Field's Files, a crossover adventure for Changeling the Dreaming and Mage the Assassin, drawing together the Changelings and the Techno-Archy. I don't know why that's an April Fool's joke. I guess I don't know enough about the world of darkness and Changeling and Mage to be, but I guess it's a joke. And he also had another Storyteller's joke for Vampire, this one from Puka G, called Sphere of the Gun for Mage the Assassin, which was basically guns, I guess. Okay. I mean, I guess it's serious. It's an April Fool's joke if you're a World of Darkness vampire player. If you're like me and have no idea, then And then, of course, not a April Fool's joke, though there is a lot of joking involved with this. We have the Red Dragon's Tale Lego-themed adventure from D&D Beyond. It's free on D&D Beyond, and it features free dice for D&D Beyond. They're not real dice, so don't get upset if you get this and there's no real dice. This is, of course, got a little shenanigans involved with it, because when they announced it, they said there was no rules. It was a Lego-themed adventure with no rules, but as we discovered, that was a lie. There are rules. They're just not D&D rules. It just feels like the kind of thing that they did on purpose because they knew it would polarize the audience. But I mean, since I guess Wizards of the Coast knows they're going to receive negative no matter what they do now, they're leaning into it. They're like, hey, you know what? You guys are going to poop on us anyways. We might as well lean into it and make sure that we get that attention. So that's what they did. We have a Candle Obscura adventure called The Big Blind. This one deals with a casino and a mystery involving with it. It's free. It's on drive-thru. It's Candle Obscura. I'm sorry for the individual who went to the trouble of making it, but I don't know, maybe his adventure is better than the actual game. If you're looking for a starter dungeon for the D20 starter dungeon to be used with any D20 adventure, we've got Slay the Dragon, which is a sort of system agnostic D20 OSR adventure about a dangerous trap-filled dungeon that has a dragon in it. From Joseph Frueaf, Frueauf, we have a rules light medieval fantasy RPG called Freelancers, where low fantasy, rare magic, fast combat, OSR, another D20 OSR OGL rules light dark fantasy system. Also, there is another game called Freelancers, so you might want to check on that, Joseph. Flooded Realm Adventure Press released Ogle's Folly, a high-level adventure for the OSR OGL. So this is a high-level D20 fantasy adventure where you're set to investigate what's going on with an eccentric wizard. Raging Swan Press has released a one-page dungeon called Borrowhurst. It's a system-neutral fantasy adventure that's ready to run with your favorite fantasy system. You just have to add your own stat blocks. If you are a fan of the classic horror Tales from the Crypt / Creep Show, James the Geek has released a adventure game called Tales from Terror of the Tomb, which is a cheesy horror fest of one-shots and filled with puns. So this is sort of a classic cheesy horror Tales from the Crypt Creep Show themed adventure, one-shot for horror games. King of Micro RPGs Grant Howitt has released Dog Masters of the Wasteland, where you play as a dog master who is a mercenary custodian of a giant dog-sized caravan in the apocalypse. Your goal is to guide the impossibly large dog from town to town and hope it doesn't eat you along the way. Sounds more like a board game than a role-playing game, but okay, sure. Post-apocalypse, where your job is to protect a giant dog and go from town to town being like a merchant, I guess. If you're looking for some stock art for Lizardman, Kirk Technogov, Tchangov, has released Bundle of Lizardman Start Arc with a commercial use license. So here's a bunch of art of Lizardman. Lizardman standing up, Lizardman sitting down, Lizardman pointing right, Lizardman pointing left, Lizardman holding sword, Lizardman holding spear, Lizardman eating sandwich. That last one probably isn't in the bundle, but it should be. Nagundi has released a level 1 through 20 adventure called Ysgard Thunderdome, where the Desians of the Outer Plane battle for supremacy in a combat arena. Ysgard, of course, named after Ysgard or Yasgard, the world tree. So basically you get to play a bunch of first level guys going to a battle and all the way up to 20th level. I assume there's a little bit more involved in that. We have Terror of Daggerford from Christopher Wallace. Daggerford, I think, being in the Daggerland settings. It's a third level adventure with 7 new monsters, 2 new magic items, and lots of optional rules and DM advice for running adventures in Daggerford. And now lightning round. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 new maps and thingies. on DM's Guild this week, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new classes or subclasses for 5e available on GM's Guild. And as of now, these are still technically canon, official, legal, recognized 5e products. So you can still use them at least until September. Moving on to the sales, the Pocket Quest 2024 sale is up on drive-thru. As many as 89 different products are marked down 60%. These are all games of 25 pages or less, and they were from this year's Pocket Quest Game Jam, and the theme was heists, crime. So yeah, if you've ever wanted to do heist, crime, stuff like this, heist-themed titles, heist-themed adventures, heist-themed role-playing games, and get 89 different versions of them, this is available. And all these titles are 60% off. If you've ever heard of 13th Age and were curious about it, there's a 13th Age starter bundle available. This contains the bundle includes the quick starter, plus the full core rulebook for 13th Age, plus an introductory adventure called Crown of Access, both in PDF format and ready to play on Roll20. This is $30. 13th Age, considered by many to be the better version of 4th edition. If you remember the whole pony thing and Pony Finder was Pathfinder converted to basically embrace the My Little Pony thing from a few years ago. It's available as a bundle for $63 and concludes everything that was ever made for the Pony Finder adventure thing. This is not the official My Little Pony role-playing game. This is an unofficial My Little Pony role-playing game. There is also an official My Little Pony role-playing game, and rumors of another official My Little Pony role-playing game coming out. If you're looking for some Cthulhu-themed love for Fate and Cthulhu, not two things you normally think of together, but the Fate role-playing game, we have Fate of Cthulhu from Evil Hat. And this is spelled for $31 and contains a whole bunch of different things for the Lovecraftian type love for Fate from Evil Hat. It says Evil Had here, but I think they mean Evil Hat Productions, not Evil Had Productions, unless there is another company called Evil Had. But since it's Fate, which we know is made by Evil Hat, H-A-T, yeah. And now the bundles. We have a live stream coming up called Legends of Eleanor, Zephyr Against the Myths. This is a D&G live stream later this month that features Todd Stashwick, who played Captain Shaw on Picard, Michelle Hurd, who played Raffi on Picard, Will Wheaton, who plays Wesley Crusher, Jonathan Frakes, who of course plays, William Riker, and Deborah Ann Wool, who hasn't been on Star Trek, but was on True Blood and Daredevil, and is a pretty much, kind of recognized, respected thing. And this is going to be on Twitch. I'm not sure why this is listed as a bundle, because it has nothing. You don't get anything with it, but it's on there. It would be really interesting to see Will Wheaton and Jonathan Frakes on the same stage together, considering everything Wheaton has said about his time on Star Trek. And, the fact that he's such a persona non grata in the gaming community, but maybe he can be on his best behavior. The Owen K. Steffens bundle is still going on. The GoFundMe is still live. So if you want to help out our friend Owen K. Steffens, there's a GoFundMe available. And there's also a bundle available called Owen K.C. Steffens' Rad Bundle. Both of these contain a whole bunch of role-playing stuff that either is honoring Owen worked on, or whatever. So it's $30 for the bundle, and the GoFundMe bundle also is whatever you want to pay, but you get a whole bunch of stuff. We have the Chronicles of Darkness bundle from Onyx Press. This is all the Dark Errors adventure, concluding Chronicles of Darkness 2nd Edition, Dark Errors, a storyteller screen, the anthology, bonus collection of other stuff that was made for Dark Eras, This is $10. It goes to support the ever wonderful Diana Jones Award Emerging Designer Program. We have a bundle for Fiasco available. This goes to support the Minds Advisory Group. It's $10, and it contains a whole bunch of stuff for Fiasco. I don't know what the Minds Advisory Group is. I'm assuming it's a charity that has something to do with mining, but I could be wrong. Free League has a bundle for the Ruins of Cyborium 5e, their 5e take on the Ruins of Cyborium role-playing game that they made. This contains pretty much everything they've ever written so far for the Ruins of Cyborium role-playing game from our friends at 5e, Free League, sorry. This is $10. It's direct relief. Goodman Games, our buddies over at Goodman Games, has a D20 Monster Guide bundle available for D20 Systems / 3.5 Sourcebook / OGL D20 Fun. It includes all their specifically themed to one creature books, like the D20 Monster Guide to Doppelgangers, the D20 Monster Guide to Dragonkin, the D20 Monster Guide to Velociraptors, the D20 Monster Guide to Beholders, Fae, Liches, Vampires, and for some reason, T-Rex. I don't think you need an entire guide to T-Rex. I'm not sure there's a lot of variants to T-Rex other than maybe spell casting T-Rex and T-Rex Pirate. And this is $10, and it goes to support food banks. There's a 3D bundle for 3D printer owners. That's this thing right here. And this is from Beastmasters, I guess, or at least it's a bunch of beasts. This has got zombies, demons, mushrooms, skeletons, giant insects, elementals, worms, spiders, orcs, lava monsters, just a whole bunch of STL files for your 3D printer if you happen to own a 3D printer. It goes to support cancer research, which is always a good one. These are STL files, so before you open them and start using them, check them for viruses. There's the Guns of Alkernstar bundle is still going on from Paizo. $40 gets you the entire Guns of Alkenstan adventure path and all the sub books that were made it, like the Lost Omens World Guide, Character Guide, Guide to Guns and Gears and Steampunkies type stuff in Pathfinder. It goes to support world builders. We have the Magpie Games bundle. So if you didn't get a chance to pick up the Avatar, the role-playing game, and you're interested, as well as some of the other stuff that Magpie Games has made, like Mass, the New Generation, the Fate Codex Anthology, the Bluebeard's Bride series. They're all their Avatar stuff, their Avatar Legends stuff. Remember Avatar Legends, a role-playing game, right? $9 million, most anticipated. Yeah. This goes to support children charity, and it's $25 for that one. So that's all the charity sales, bundles, free swag, and general goofiness that is going on this week. There's a couple links down below to the ones I think you should pick up in the description. And if any of those sound like something you want to look at, just head on over to Drive-Thru or DM's Guild or Humble Bumble and check them out. Hello, Cooperative Waffles, and your Eclipse double uncooperative waffles. Hello, Hack the Dragon, and your Eclipse duo, Unhack the Dungeon, or whatever. Good morning, welcome, thanks for stopping by and checking out the bundles and sales with me. Let's see, we've got about 20 minutes, 18 minutes to the Eclipse start, so prepare to get superpowers! Anyways, talk to you later. Bye. End of the world.